was human, huh? Which makes you a murderer, don't it?
Palmer now.
This is pure nonsense. Doesn't prove a thing.
I thought you'd feel that way, Gary. You were the only one that could have got to that blood. We'll do you last.
Hi everyone, and here's a TGHM review of Among Us. Now the summary according to the developer. Among Us is an online multiplayer deduction game. The game takes place in a space-themed setting where each player takes on one or two roles, most being crewmates or predetermined number of imposters. Now, we're going to cover the 5 areas as always: audio, visuals, gameplay, something good, something bad, and I'll give you my overall opinion at the end. Now, audio. There's nothing specifically special about the audio in Among Us. Nothing stands out as, ooh, wow. There is no in-game music outside of the menus. The sound effects are cartoony and they match what you're seeing. And you can interact with the environment, and it's pretty straightforward, and it fits the setting of the game. Now, visuals. The visuals look like they were done in Sharpie, so it has a hand-drawn animation look to it. It kind of gives you an idea of an early 2000 platformer, or maybe even like a Cuphead, but a little bit more drawn by a 12-year-old or 5-year-old. Gameplay. Now this is actually where the game really shines. At its core, it's a social deduction game that has been made digital. I would kind of liken participating in this game of being in a little micro universe of Survivor, or if you've seen the 1982 movie The Thing, where someone in this facility is a monster. You may have heard of some social deduction games like Mafia and Werewolf, and if not, go ahead and check our description below, because this actually is that type of game. The game gives players goals to achieve, while one of them is sabotaging the ship or eliminating the competition. Every round, once a body is found, a discussion happens and someone gets voted to be ejected out of the airlock. If you are ejected out of the airlock, the game isn't actually done for you. You can still help your team win by completing tasks before the imposter, eliminates the rest of the players. If you're the imposter, however, you get to sabotage the ship, jump through vents, and ambush kill unsuspecting crew members. Now, something good. If you're a fan of social deduction games, this is great for you. Unlike others in this genre, this has a very clear set of goals and tasks you're trying to achieve while you're trying to deduce who the imposter is. So there's not a lot of downtime or waiting. The lack of downtime makes the game's experience, a little bit more complete. It also makes the discussions more relevant when you're trying to deduce who the imposter is, because, well, I was in engineering trying to fix the engine, or I was trying to make sure that our O2 sensors were working, or I was going and, clearing asteroids that were coming towards the ship. You have tasks that you're actually trying to do and achieve when you're a crew member, versus the imposter who has to kind of think on the fly and say what they were doing. Something bad. I could maybe bash this game on its visuals a little bit because of the cartoony look may be off-putting to some players, and it may dissuade some new players. But that shouldn't dissuade you from this game. I actually do like it. The lack of music between rounds kind of gives me the feeling of isolation a little bit, even though I'm interacting with other players. And that's just me. I may play this with music in the background, or while logged into a service like a voice chat or Discord and hanging out with friends. Now, overall, the game is a very good spin and fun social deduction game. The price tag is low and it's fun to play. It's a great quick pick up and play game. If you are someone who thrives on social interaction, this game is definitely for you. This game so far has been fun to play with friends, and on a few public games that I've actually joined and played. And they've been very engaging. Just like most social deduction games, you don't know what someone is thinking, and it may not turn out the way you expect, but don't let that stop you from having fun. because in this game it's going to be more about the experience and trying to get away with it or trying to catch somebody. It's going to be a little bit different. The game doesn't have a voice feature, and I think not having that keeps the game safer and available to a wider audience. But if you would like to improve your experience, get some friends together on a voice call, and you'll have that much more fun because you're going to be able to have that real life interaction and discourse between rounds. If you would like to see the entire 15-minute playthrough I did of this game, go ahead and click that card here. And before you go and click that, if you would like to hit the like button and subscribe and let me know your thoughts about Among Us in the comments. As always, stay tuned to